So this morning I'm going to talk to you about the Internet of Things. The Internet of Things involves taking sensors like this that have gotten very, very tiny and can record things like temperature and humidity, audio, video, location, direction, and more, and embedding those sensors in a wide variety of everyday objects. And those objects are then also imbued with wireless connectivity, which allows them to do things like talk to one another or be controlled by your smartphone or broadcast to the Internet at large. The thing that I find really fascinating is the way in which the Internet of Things is embedded with new narrative and poetic possibilities that are just beginning to be explored. And as this happens, it changes our relationship to the things around us. So these things become no longer just inert backdrops to our own experiences, but they become active participants in the world around us, ones that can tell stories about themselves and about us. OpenPaths is an application that lives on your phone, and it continuously records your location data for your own personal use. And his friend and collaborator, Sue, had her iPhone stolen. She eventually got it back, and when she got it back, she wanted to know what her phone had been doing when it was apart from her. And so Brian and Sue took that data, and they matched it up with Google Street View images to create this filmic narrative of the phone's journey from its own perspective as it had been stolen. And this is a project that explores everyday objects' relationships to different environmental conditions around them and their subjective responses to changes in those conditions. So these children's blocks are paired with a proximity sensor, so they might know if people are nearby, if someone's about to pick them up and play with them. And as those sensor values change, as people come and leave, as lighting changes, each object is continually printing out this running monologue of its responses to those changes. Someone can see not only the object's current state, but also peruse this paper trail of that object's sense memory. We can also start to tell stories through dialogue and conversations. And this is a project that allows people to engage in conversations with street furniture. And passersby can wake up these objects and sending a text message. And the object will respond with a response or a question. And often those questions are to learn more about itself or what's going on around it. And you see these narratives that start to accumulate over time through these strange kind of conversations between people and objects. So this is a kind of humorous approach, but it takes this inkling of an idea that we saw in that first project in Joyride, that these objects around us might start to have subjectivity, a point of view, and maybe a set of programmed preferences. And it extends that idea outward into the near future to this border of the familiar and the strange. So as the things around us begin to be able to sense and record the moments that happen near them or to them, how do those moments accumulate into stories? How is an object's perspective on the world different from our own? And how might our things begin to be able to speak to us, transport us, remember for us, or connect us more deeply with one another? Thank you very much.